guys, mabuhay and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Monica. OMG, it has been a while since I've done beauty related videos, but we are back. Some of you may already know I went to the Philippines for almost a month, and if you haven't watched my vlogs there, you should check it out. But we are gonna be reviewing, I went to Sephora, by the way. We are gonna be reviewing some Fenty beauty stuff. So if you are interested in seeing what I got and what I think about these products, please keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so we're first gonna be starting off with the brows because these need a little bit of help right now. I am using the Brow MVP. Oh wow, this is actually a little bit different. Look at the brush. That's interesting. Alright, I feel it's a little bit stiff, but I feel like it's really gonna help with blending the front part of your brows. If you are wondering, by the way, I am in the shade, or I picked up the shade Ash Brown. Okay, let's start. I really love that it's really thin because you can really create that hair-like stroke. So far guys, what I'm noticing is that you can't really layer this eyebrow pencil. It's not really doing a great job with filling in my eyebrows. As you can see in here, I don't know why, maybe I'm just dry, but it's not covering it up, or it's not grabbing onto my skin or my eyebrows. Can you see that? Like in here? I don't know, I'm really not loving this eyebrows. So I'm gonna be finishing the right side off camera and put a little bit of concealer, and I'll be right back. Whew, alrighty guys, that took longer than normal. It looks put together now because I applied a little bit of concealer. But to be honest with you, I didn't really enjoy this eyebrow pencil. I much rather use my pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills or the Brow Wiz. I don't know, I just really didn't enjoy it. I expected a lot from these eyebrows and I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm hoping some of her products are gonna be good. Now let's move on to the face. We're first gonna be starting off with the Pro Filter primer. It's hydrating primer, which is gonna be really good because I find that lately I have been really dry. So let's try it. I'm gonna apply a little bit on the back of my hand. It smells really good. And I already applied my moisturizer, by the way. It feels really smooth and hydrating, which it claims to do. It's supposed to give you an instant hydration, soft silk finish, and extended makeup wear. Alrighty, so now that the primer had a little bit of time to rest, we're gonna move on to the foundation. We are gonna be using the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I picked up the shade 310, so hopefully this will be a good match. It's coming out. It's a little runny. I'm gonna be using brush on one side and beauty blender on the other. It does have a little bit of scent as well. So far it's blending really nice. It's not patchy. It gives you a really good amount of coverage. Wow guys, look at that. And look at this side. I love it so much. I think I pumped out too much, but a little bit goes a long way. If you have beautiful skin already, I would recommend just doing a tiny bit of foundation because this is really full coverage. Okay, now let's move on with the other side using a beauty blender. I'm just gonna pump maybe one pump, just like so. Definitely with the brush, you get more coverage. I'm gonna try one more pump. On this side, I do need a little bit more because I have a little bit of scarring from my acne. Wow, I can't say anything bad about this foundation. As of right now, it's definitely wearing really well. I'm not sure outside or the longevity of this foundation. I should give you guys an update. So please follow me on Instagram. That way you can see an update of how this foundation wears. But so far, I'm really loving it. Alrighty guys, that's already done. We are now gonna be moving on to concealer. We are gonna use the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I'm using the shade 260. I'm just using the Beauty Blender because this is what I normally use anyways when I apply my concealer. That blended really fast. And it did a really good job with brightening under the eyes. Before we set the concealer with a setting powder, we want to make sure that the concealer is nice and blended. It does cling onto your fine lines a little bit, so you want to make sure that you go over that with the Beauty Blender. And then apply the setting powder right away. The scent is a little too strong for me. While that's setting under the eyes, I'm gonna be using a little bit of my La Mer loose powder on the areas where I didn't bake, just to kind of help set it. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer until I dust off the setting powder. While we are waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some bronzer. I am using the shade Island Ting. The bronzer is blending out really nicely. It's not patchy at all. I really like the shade of this bronzer because it's not making me orange. It's just warming my face up. I'm just gonna use the brush where I use the La Mer setting powder and just kind of blend everything together. I'm gonna use the bronzer again and just contour the nose. I am looking a little bit powdery because of all the setting powder that we put on our face, so I'm gonna apply a little bit of Fix Plus first before I apply my highlighter. Since I didn't buy highlighter from her brand, I'm just gonna be using Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics. OMG guys, look, it broke. Look at that guys. I love this highlighter. So off camera, I just added that bronzer that we used earlier, the Island Ting, to use as my eyeshadow to kind of give it a little bit of depth. Just to finish up the look, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of blush. This one is Warm Soul by MAC, my all-time favorite. So if you guys haven't tried this, make sure to go to your local MAC store. For the lips, I just applied a little bit of Spice lip liner all over my lip, and I'm gonna be topping it off with Fussy. This is the Gloss Bomb, and a lot of you probably already tried this. This one is really good because it's moisturizing and at the same time it's not sticky, and it smells so good. And now for my final thoughts. As you guys already know from the beginning, I didn't really enjoy the eyebrow pencil. If you are like me and you have thin brows and you want your brows to look fuller and thicker, this is not gonna do the job for you. If you have full brows already and you just want your eyebrows to look fuller, definitely give it a try. I find that when I applied a lot of layer of it, it starts to rub off and it doesn't really cling into my brows. As you guys can see, you can still see right over here that it still needs a little bit of filling in, but unfortunately the more I do it, the more it starts to rub off. I really enjoyed the face primer. It did what it said it would do. It was hydrating. It felt like silk on the skin. I'm just curious to see if it will help with the longevity of the makeup. So I'm gonna try that out tomorrow and give you guys an update on my Instagram. For the foundation, so far I have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it applied really smoothly with the primer. It gave me full coverage and it didn't cling into my dry patches, which is a plus because I am more on the drier side at the moment. And I really love it. I just can't get enough of it. It's really that good. For the concealer, I like the concealer, but it was okay for me. I can live without it. I still like the Shape Tape from Tarte better because it's fuller coverage. For the setting powder, it was okay. It didn't do a good job with setting my under eye, and it made it a little bit cakey. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not usually like this when I use my Jeffree Star setting powder or my Laura Mercier. As far as brightening it, it definitely helped it. You can see that it helped with the brightness. And last but not the least, for the bronzer, this one is also an A+. I really love this. It didn't make me look orange. It just the right amount of, you know, warmth on the skin, and I'm definitely gonna be using this more often. Anyways, did I miss anything? I think I got the eyebrows, the setting powder, the foundation, the concealer. So I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review slash testing out. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you can get notified every time I upload. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.